Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the House of Flux. It's another Minecraft morning. How's everybody doing? So today's going to be a little different than normal. It's kind of a rough morning for us. Mrs. Flux's auntie has been in the hospital for a couple weeks now, and things weren't really looking good this morning. So we had to run up to the hospital. Things are a little better now. However, it's one of those things where you take a step back and you're like, maybe this could have been avoided if you had listened to the patient rather than just pretending to be God. Because this is one of those situations where Mrs. Flux's auntie, told the doctor, hey, this is what I think is going on, and this is what's going on. And the doctor, in his infinite wisdom, said, no, you're wrong. And turns out to be the case, which is causing a lot of complications. So I will let Mrs. Flux rant as well, because she's sitting right here. She's none too happy. Right now, especially with the Maya case, I think we need to be a little overcritical of hospitals, and we need to pay attention to what they're doing and what they say, and always question everything. We have the right to question what they're doing. You have the right to say, hey, are you sure? Can we get a second opinion? And especially because I've been heavily invested in the Maya trial, in the Maya Kowalski trial. And it really opens your eyes to a lot of the issues, this is systemic issues. I want to call it systemic issues with hospitals. I think doctors get a complex, and God forbid you challenge that complex or question it. How dare you? When, in reality, doctors are mechanics for your body. Doctors are mechanics for your body. Something is wrong with your car. You take it to a mechanic. They troubleshoot it, diagnose it, and then try to fix the problem. That's what a hospital is, essentially. And that's what doctors are, essentially. Because nobody knows 100% all the time what's going on with your body. Like, the body is a weird and complex thing. We see that with complex regional pain syndrome. They have no idea what causes it. They don't know where it comes from. They don't know. They're just like, it's complex and it affects your body and it's pain. And, they found different triggers. They have an understanding, but it's not something that's fully understood. It's not something that, that they're even close to understanding. So it's one of those things where, oh my God, you're doing it. She's changing the bee. Where is she? I don't know if we can see her. Yes. We'll go down here. It's one of those things where I don't know. Who checks them? Who goes behind them and says, hey, what you're doing isn't right? And if you do try to go, hey, what you're doing isn't right, who's going to make them change? Who's going to enforce these standards? Because we see in the case of Kowalski versus J-Hatch, there was nobody enforcing anything. Nobody enforced standards. Nobody enforced any type of safe practices. These people need to be put in check. And I don't know. It's irritating. I need to do a stream with Megan Fox to rant about hospitals, because nobody should have that type of power, that type of, I don't know. Nobody should have that type of power to be able to, control things. So I'm sorry, I'm already ranty. It's just going to be one of those days. There's a lot of emotions here. There's a lot of things where it's like, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? What's going on? Why? And it's hard because, it's not my place to say anything. I am literally an in-law. Like, this is Mrs. Flux's auntie. It's not even her mom. It's not really our place to jump in and be like, oh, this, that. And we discuss everything with the family, but at the end of the day, who's going to be there to enforce these issues? So, it's kind of been a rough morning for us. How's everybody else's morning? How's everybody doing? We got JK, we got Uncle Buck in the house. We got Tia Nina, David Nelson. How you guys doing? It's just going to be kind of more of a ranty, angry kind of Minecraft stream, I think. Because Mrs. Flux really wants to rant, but she's kind of quieted up a little bit. I think she's just got a lot of anger. You're the one who wanted to stream to put out a PSA.
And I will.
You wanna?
I just have to figure out how I want to say this.
That's fair. I agree with you. It sucks. 'Cause again, a lot of the treatment, because of the situation, a lot of the stuff they're doing doesn't make sense to us. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's okay. A lot of the stuff they're doing for, quote, treatment, it doesn't make sense to us. And, again, there's not much we can really do about it other than just say, hey, have you asked about this? Hey, have you asked about that? So, it's a thing.
So let's start off by talking about the crackhead at the.
Oh my god! Yeah. Okay. So first of all,
I'm not gonna name the hospital, but the hospital that my aunt is located at. We walk in.
Oh my god!
We have to give our IDs and say
visitor name tags, just safety protocol. It's fine.
Just the front desk stuff. And
we walk up to the front desk.
And this lady, her hair.
There's a crackhead sitting behind the desk.
Her makeup's not, looks.
She's a crackhead.
It looks very crackheadish.
Her hair, oh my god.
Yeah, her hair was disheveled, kind of like a crackhead's. And so she asked for our IDs, and she extends her hand out. Well, her pinky.
Oh my god, people! This woman's pinky nail.
She had other nails, right? But these nails were like not long at all. They were like. Her nails were short. Yeah.
Nay for
short.
Say for
the pinky finger, which was like 3 inches long.
Literally, I kind of stared. I mean, you could not stare at this fucking nail because all her nails were short. And as she kept her hand on the mouse, I'm just like, okay, that's definitely a minimum of 3 inches. That pinking nail, yes,
nail.
Elephant, it was her crack nail.
Yeah, it was the crack nail.
I had never seen one up close.
Oh, I have many a time. Living in Maryland near Baltimore, yeah, that happens. You tend to see that.
Yeah, but like, okay, so again, we're both just staring at this woman's finger. Like,
yeah, and we both meant to say something to each other, but she had to give us directions, and we honestly forgot until we made it up to the room. And then we were like, oh, like we all discussed it.
Yeah, Mrs. Flux's mom, and like we were all just like, oh my God, with the nail? And I'm like, it's so bad. Like, it's so...
Yeah.
It's not even like, oh, you know, she had her nails long and a couple of her nails broke. No. This woman did not have her nails did. She probably never had her nails done in her whole life, save for that 3-inch long pinky fingernail.
Yeah, so that happened.
So that's the receptionist at the hospital, okay? Okay, so that's the receptionist at this hospital.
So let me backtrack just a little bit. So my aunt, she, like Flux said, has been in the hospital for the past couple.
It is not Johns Hopkins.
No, it's not.
It's not a Johns Hopkins hospital.
And my mom texted me this morning and basically said it wasn't looking good. So I immediately, after I got the text message, called my mom. And I can just hear all the alarms in the background just going, like they were. It was
not Johns Hopkins. No.
And it was not good. And my mom was crying, and basically told
they sent for the priest.
They sent for the priest. So I woke Flux up. And we drove up to the hospital and had this little interaction with the
crackhead receptionist.
But we make it to the room and my aunt is stable.
They got her stable.
And so, you know, happy to see that. The priest was still there when we got there.
Well, no, she was a spiritual advisor.
Okay, spiritual advisor.
So, first of all, that's my first problem. I'm like, oh, it's a spirit. Like, I don't know. Okay, whatever. I don't know what a spiritual advisor is. That's fine.
Well, okay, regardless. But someone religious, spiritual was still there. She was there. And, but there was no alarms going off. Like, everything was okay. So, after she left, you know, I posed the question, okay, so what happened, like, what helped her stabilize? So,
good God.
Apparently, this morning, when they went to adjust my aunt, you know, because she's bedridden, she has tubes, she can't breathe on her own.
They have her asleep.
Yeah, they have her sedated on 100 micrograms of fentanyl.
Yeah, you hear that? She's currently sedated with fentanyl, so that's fun.
And I know for a fact it's 100 micrograms because I best damn believe I checked.
Yeah, but that's per like body weight.
I get it. I understand all that, but it's fucking fentanyl.
Yeah.
They have her sedated. They have her on breathing tubes. And when they went to move her this morning to adjust her, when they rolled her back over, they laid her on her oxygen tube. And so she started to tank.
Everything everything tanked because she was laying atop that tube.
And I guess instead of double checking your work.
Yeah, instead of checking it, they're like, oh God, go send for the priest. It doesn't look good.
Yeah. I find that to be...
And then somebody else comes in after they've already, got the priest and everything's terrible. And they're like, oh, well, she's on this tube here. Let us move this tube. And they move the tube.
What did my mom say? It was the breathing therapist or something?
It was the respiration therapist.
Respiration therapist that had come in and found that my aunt was laying on her breathing tube and couldn't fucking breathe on her own.
Or the oxygen. So it was on one of, like, the oxygen tubes or something. And it was like, oh. And as soon as they got her off of it and moved her, she started to stabilize again.
Yeah.
And it's like, you people, why don't you check? Oh my God. Well, so, thankfully by the time, we had gotten there, she did, they had found that and she stabilized again. But.
Oh, and I am going to put this on blast. When we got there, she can't go to the bathroom on her own, obviously. She has a pee tube and
catheter.
Catheter. That shit was full when we got there. So we stayed for how long did we stay? 2-3 hours?
You woke me up and I don't know what time we woke up or when we left or when we got there.
Okay, so I would say, yeah, we stayed about 2 hours.
Okay.
We stayed about 2 hours. And it took until almost us leaving for the nurse to come in, and we're like,
her pee is full.
Is full.
You gotta empty this shit. Well,
And so he made up some excuse. This nurse made up some excuse about how they're giving her some medication to get the fluid out of her body. And okay, that's perfectly fine. But the catheter's still full.
Like, you
fucking
gotta
take the piss out.
It's just things like that where it's like...
It's just like I'm not... I'm not outright trying to, like, say the I'm just not happy with the level of care that my aunt is getting at this particular hospital. And I don't know that they're not... Like, as a mechanic, I can say, like, there have been times when I've been working on things that I get tunnel vision. And doctors and nurses can have the same thing happen to them, especially with their egos. They think it's one particular thing or that a cocktail of medications is going to fix the problem when in fact you should be looking at other things. And I'm not saying that these doctors and nurses aren't, but I can't say that they are either. Because it seems to me, from my perspective, that is not what's happening, that they have tunnel vision and they just keep throwing the same shit at my aunt and it's not fixing the problem. In fact, it's just making things worse.
And we had asked about moving her to a different hospital. However, she's not stable enough.
Not stable enough.
They can, they do go in there periodically to try and, shift her and move her a little bit. And anytime they shift her, she's just, it's a lot. Really quick, we got a $5 super chat from Fundian. Thank you so much, Fundian. Flux bucks for Flux. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And we will add to your monument. Thank you so much for the for the $5 super chat, Fundian. But it's one of those things. AP says per kilo, and it's safe. If it's U.S. fentanyl. Yeah, like I said,
I'm not saying I know that fentanyl is used in the U.S.
and it does have benefits, but
medically, and I understand that. I'm not downing the fact that they have used it. Because, she had to have a surgery,
And that's the thing. It was they had her on it because she had initially a surgery. Well, everything from the surgery is healing fine, and everything so we just didn't understand
I want to know if maybe we could use a different sedative, Like,
Because if you're having breathing issues,
like, I would just like to try something else.
yeah.
And
No, that's perfectly fair.
And like I said, I'm not trying to accuse the hospital of anything, but at the same time, I'm not at all happy. And most of my family is not at all happy with the level of care she is getting.
AP says Maya Kowalski, ego-driven doctors destroying lives. Exactly. And that's the thing. You know, I wanted to make sure, I'm like, I don't want to let my feelings of the trial that I'm watching influence me here. Like, I don't want to, like, you know, because I have feelings there that I'm projecting my feelings here. That's not the case. There are legitimate things where I'm like, what's going on and what is happening, and it's not that you know, I'm making these projections or relations. It's like, oh, that case opened my eyes. I mean, back in 2014, I've had an issue with doctors for a while.
You really have.
In 2013, I got a sinus infection, and I went to my primary care doctor and I said, I have a sinus infection. And he said, no, you don't, and gave me some Mucinex because he said it was just, he said it was like allergies. 2 months later, I went back and I said, this sinus infection is destroying my life. And he said, it's an upper respiratory infection. It's not a sinus infection.
Guys, I am here to tell you the rotten egg smell that was coming out of Flux.
Guys,
No
the smell
way that bastard did not smell that.
The smell that was coming out of my nose because of the sinus infection in my sinus cavity, because of the smell. I cannot describe to you the smell that I had to. Mrs. Flux couldn't. She almost didn't want to be in the room with me because the smell that came out of my body. And I went to the doctor and I'm like, this smell is coming from inside of my body and it should not be. No, it's just an upper respiratory infection.
Like, I even went to him and was like, dude, I know you smell that. Like,
I went to this doctor 3 separate times over the period of a year saying, I have a sinus infection. I need help. And he said, no, you do not. And so eventually I had to go to the emergency room because I was getting migraines every day and I could not, like, my head hurt so bad. And they immediately send me in for a CAT scan and they say, oh yeah, your sinuses are 100% compacted. You're going to need to go to an ENT. I go to an ENT and the ENT says, the mucus inside of your sinuses has petrified. We are going to try an aggressive steroid treatment to try and clean it out, but you are going to need surgery. I was on an aggressive steroid treatment for 2 weeks that could not help the sinus infection.
Didn't even touch it, guys. Didn't even.
So after a year of a sinus infection, I had to have surgery to remove petrified mucus from my sinus cavities. Mind you, my left the left sinus cavity behind my cheek was 100% compacted. And then the one above my eye was like, I don't know, 30%. The one on the right side was like 60%. Essentially, when you look at a CAT scan of the face, around the cheeks and above the eyes, those are supposed to be black because they're empty. They're cavities. They were all white. It looked like I did not have sinus cavities because it was petrified mucus.
Gross.
So that's when I had to have my first sinus surgery, my first surgery ever. And in 2014, I had to get sinus surgery. And get this, what did he say, 12 ounces?
No, it was 3.
No, I thought you said it was like, because it was as much as like, I thought you said it was at least 8. Because I'm like, that's a whole can of soda.
3 ounces is like a whole can of soda.
I thought 8 ounces was a can, because,
I don't
yeah, it was 8
I'm not
ounces.
in the right state of mind right now.
Yeah. It was because I remember it being like a whole can of soda. They removed 8 ounces of petrified mucus out of my sinus cavities.
Yeah, whatever basically a soda can's worth, because the doctor came out to get me in the waiting room, right? And that's how he basically described it to me, it was a soda can's worth of concrete, and this is quoted, concrete mucus from her cavities.
So needless to say, I've had an issue with doctors for a long time because nobody is going to tell me what's wrong with my body more than, I mean...
Okay, then it was 8 ounces then.
Like, okay, I know there's certain things, but I'm going to know my body better than anybody. And doctors are making an educated guess. And
really
guess
are.
what? We can make those same educated guesses because we can learn too. There's nothing saying you can't read up on these medical journals and not learn. You can't go read this stuff and not learn the signs and symptoms of different shit. I mean, it's not recommended, but there are certain things you can self-diagnose. A sinus infection is one of those things. So again, because at the time I was in the service, and it was also military doctors, so that didn't help none.
Nope.
Yeah, so I've had an issue with doctors for a while. And then with this Maya Kowalski stuff, it angers me to the point, and then hearing this stuff, with Mrs. Flux's aunt, and then going to the hospital and seeing that, like, there are certain things that, like, for instance, with the pee, it was fucking full. Why wasn't that emptied when you came in, like, 20 minutes ago? Why did we have to be like, hey, look at this. This looks fucking full and gross.
Like, she had legitimate urine in the tube. Like, that's how full it was. And it's like, you've come in here, like, 3 fucking times. Why did it have to take, at the second hour of Flux and I being there for us to be like, hey, is her pee supposed to be that full? Oh, yeah, well, we're just giving her medication to flush the fluids out of her. Okay, but the catheter is full. Why are you not checking that? You're the nurse.
Yeah. AP says, yep, doctors kill more people than firearms, car accident, and people are supposed to just believe them because MD degrees. BS. Exactly. Again, it's not... They're mechanics for your body. Pretend like...
Just like there's backyard mechanics, there's dealership mechanics, and then there's shop mechanics.
There's all different types. Exactly. Think of hospital doctors as car dealership mechanics.
And you have...
Insurance?
Tell me, ladies, that there hasn't been a time where you knew... Okay. And gentlemen, you've taken your car to the shop and you know what's wrong with it. You tell them what's wrong with it. You just don't want to take the time to fix it. You know what's wrong with it. And they come back and, they
have like 70 other things wrong with it.
$120 diagnosis charge. They come back and try and tell you, oh no, you're just missing a couple fuses. No the fuck I'm not. I have a short in my wiring harness somewhere. Why don't you fucking fix that? Because after that, I take my car off the lot, and the same problem fucking happens. My brake lights went fucking out. It wasn't my fucking fuse. It was a short in the wiring harness like I fucking said it was. I just didn't want to pull up all the panels and go through the wiring harness.
Yeah, but they studied that, so they know more than you. That's what they...
Why, when I took it back, they did the work for fucking free. Because I told you what the problem was. And you refused to believe me because you thought I was some stupid-ass female walking up in there and, oh, honey, we know what it is. No, it wasn't I was missing a couple fuses, because those fuses were those were empty fuse slots. But good fucking try.
They do try. Oh, we got a $20 super chat from MLS Law Show. Well, Michigan Law Show.
Mechanics, tech.
Oh,
it's all the
making.
same shit.
Damn it! It's making law simple now. Making law simple network.
Oh, I like that.
Right? I refuse. He put the network on there, and then it was confusing people, so he dropped it. But I'm refusing to let it die, so I'm gonna keep calling him Making Law Simple Network because I liked that.
Why? Because it reminds you of the Home Shopping Network?
No, because network gives it that official title.
It reminds me of the Home Shopping Network. Sorry, I don't mean that as an insult. I do not.
Making law simple. No, I love that. Thank you so much, Dave.
I do like that name. That is.
He says, Flux, you are so pretty. Thank you. I showed him my catfish photos.
Your what?
Remember that one photo after I got my hair did all nice, and it's like just the kind of portrait shot of me with my sunglasses and my blonde hair? Hold on, I'll show you. I sent them.
There's only really one picture I can remember with you with blonde hair, and you know which one that is.
I love that picture too. This one.
Oh, yes, that one. Oh!
And so they showed it on. I showed that to the.
You with blonde hair.
Thank you so much for that. Oh,
You're so welcome.
I fell. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. You are still the biggest. You're actually the biggest by quite a bit. Because you're over here at 161.
And AP, I knew what you meant about the fentanyl. I was just explaining, and I appreciate the fact that you're trying to put me at ease. So I just wanted to put that out there. That was a couple minutes ago. That was like a ranch or two ago.
No. But,
I just wanted to say that.
yeah, so yesterday when I went on, I showed them my hot girl disguise, my catfish photo. Like, this is what I catfish.
I don't really call that a catfish, though, because that is you.
Yeah, but that's me with a lot of effort.
Okay. But if you put in that amount of effort, you would look like that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And I mean, I'm in no way trying to say that you are ugly.
Oh,
Not even attractive now. I'm just trying to say the more effort you put in, the more...
Jungmin wants to know, do you answer car questions on your channel? I'm still trying to get her to get a channel. She has her kind of Mrs. House of Flux channel that she doesn't really use.
It's Mrs. Flux, it's not Mrs.
Oh, Mrs. Flux channel that she doesn't really ever use. But I'm trying to get her to like...
Well, as soon as my PC's up and running.
See, that's what I'm telling her. I'm like...
Guys, I got the last bit of stuff coming this weekend, so hopefully by next weekend, my Mrs. Flux will have her PC up and running.
Which would be really cool. Oh, that's right. Yes. So, for those of you going over to Dave, you guys don't have to stay here. I know Jody's about to start. I will end up dumping into Jody. Yes. I will end up dumping into Jody when we finish this. And it's Dave's turn. So, for those of you who don't know, after Minecraft mornings, I always send you guys off to either Making Law Simple Network or Nicholas Starro. Is it still Union Trial Watch? I can't remember the full name. Or I send you guys over to Nicholas's channel. But we still have a bit of ranting left to do because I'm still mad. Like I don't like doctors and I don't like hospitals. And I will say I have had one good experience. And that was my hip surgery. The doctor that I had for my hip surgery was, I thought he was a good doctor.
I feel like he was good, but then see, I
And
had
I
that
liked-
issue with my eye, and then I go to the eye doctor.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the doctor's like, well, you could have it, but you might not have it. But it looks like you might. But it could be possible that you don't. And it's like, okay, but can I get a fucking definite answer? Like, do I
Yeah.
have this or not?
Legitimately, we went to one time when we went to get, just a regular eye check. The eye doctor was a little concerned because she thought she saw something in Mrs. Flux's eyes. So she's like, yeah, I'm going to send you to the specialist. I just want him to check, to make sure, just to see, just to make sure and make sure everything's good. So we're like, okay, we'll go to this specialist. We go to the specialist, and he spends about a half hour telling us it could and both couldn't be this issue, and that we should just come back every 6 months to make sure this issue does or does not get any better or worse.
So I said, fuck that.
Yeah, so we said, fuck that. Like, are you kidding me? You're going to sit here and be like, well, it definitely could be this because of A, B, C, and D. But I also don't think it could be this because of 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And you want to know what I think it was? I think that fucking eye doctor saw that I had really good insurance at the time and was like,
We did have,
"Ka-ching!"
yeah, and that's the thing too. I have noticed that as our insurance changes, like different.
We get different levels of care, even though we might still go see the same doctor.
I just. Who checks the hospitals? Because I'm pretty sure they just check themselves and they're like, yeah, we're good. And that's what we're.
Internal investigation.
Exactly! And that's what we're seeing with
Oh, I
John
don't like
Hopkins.
that.
Shopkins. Sorry, John Shopkins. I love that we call it Shop. Do you remember what Shopkins are? Do you know what Shopkins are?
What? No.
I never knew what Shopkins were, but apparently they're like Polly Pocket type things for like the generation after us or something. I don't know.
Tamagotchis?
I don't know. Hold on. Let's look it up right now because I actually don't know what
Because I wasn't really into Polly Pocket. I had Tamagotchis.
Shopkins toys.
I'm showing my age there.
Okay. So this was the only thing they knew about Maya, and we're pretty sure that like they're like she loved him so much, and that's like the one thing they attached to her was that she liked the. I don't know. Apparently they're like little toys, but so now we call it John Shopkins.
They're little toys of food?
Yeah. It's the new David Nelson says I knew
Beanie Babies.
yeah.
Oh my god, when that craze came.
I love Beanie Babies. I miss my Beanie
Anybody
Babies.
remember the Tickle Me Elmo?
Of course, everybody remembers that.
Oh my god, that year though, like that was insane.
That was funny. Well,
Like parents were beating each other for Tickle Me Elmos.
well, it was like, you remember the movie Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger,
yeah.
and they're all fighting over the turbo. Give me that Turbo Man.
And then there was Cabbage Patch Kids too.
Cabbage Patch Kids. There's
Yeah, people got stampeded over that shit.
but so anyways,
Like Black Friday level, like.
so anyways, we call John Hopkins now John Shopkins because apparently that's the only thing that Maya liked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or that's the one thing they talk about. They're like, she loved him so much. Like, really? Or is that like, Megan Fox brought up a good point. Like, did she really like that? Or is that something where an adult saw her playing with it one time and was like, oh, she really likes these. And then they just attached the toy to the child.
That's exactly what happened.
Exactly.
And I mean, not for nothing, was this the only toys there she could play with?
I mean...
Because, I mean... You get kids a limited amount of things to play with. Like, they're gonna find something. And, like, if this is the only thing they have to play with, like, it might not be their favorite thing, but they're still gonna play with it.
Yeah.
especially in a scenario that poor girl was in.
Yeah, it's bad. And everything that's the bombshell that came out on Thursday, and I'm so excited for court on Monday. Court on Monday is gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire.
I'm so glad that little girl decided to take it all to court.
Yeah.
Be like, you know what? I'm gonna expose everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really proud of her.
Yeah.
Not that really
She
means
is
anything.
she is a strong little girl.
Yes, like to be
Like,
able to be so young.
Holy shit.
To go up against
Be so mature.
Such a conglomerate. Really.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially within the medical industry, like
where they literally like to be God.
Kudos to you, girl. My hat off to you.
Yeah, because
I'm not 100% sure I would have the balls to do something like that. So I would want to. Don't get me wrong, but
I'd like to say I would.
I would like to say that I would, but
that takes a lot of fight.
In this situation, I can't 100% say that I would. So hats off to you, young lady. You are going to do amazing things with that determination.
Yeah. It's crazy. And so everything happening, with Mrs. Flex's aunt, it's like,
It just, like I said, guys, it just very much seems like they have tunnel vision when it comes to treating her. And, like, let's not forget, like, doctors and nurses practice medicine. There is no exact science.
It's called practicing medicine for a reason.
Let's not kill the
Sorry. R.I.P. headphone users. Yeah, they call it practicing medicine because they're always practicing it. Because the human body doesn't make sense 90% of the time. Ugh. Ellie Fant says, Flex, right before I enlisted, I worked at JCP. I was working one day in the children's dep, and some mom with her 2 little children decided to curse me out over the Tickle Me Elmo being sold. Holy shit!
Right? Like, people got ignorant over that crap.
Like,
it was like, really? Like, over a frickin' toy. Like, you people have lost your fucking minds over a Tickle Me Elmo. But yes, people so the whole thought of, oh, people have lost their humanity. No, it started long before that. I mean, you're really going to sit here and curse out some poor employee who wasn't the one who ordered the amount of Tickle Me Elmos to be sent to the store, and wasn't the late parent buying the Christmas gift on frickin' Christmas Eve. You don't get to blame that employee for wanting to go home and spend time with their family on Christmas Eve. Or the fact that they ran out of, whatever you needed to buy. You should have prepared better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was way before COVID. It's just COVID brought it all. We couldn't hide it anymore because, we had activities to do. We had things to occupy our minds and ways to escape from it. But once you're locked at home, there's nowhere for you to go, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And it all came out. And people don't really know how to deal with it so much anymore. So yeah, it is a lot worse now, but it humanity's been crumbling for a while.
Yeah, it's kind of devastating. But I'm telling you, these doctors that want to pretend to be God and say they know better and everything we saw in 2020 with the medical tyranny, where some doctors were held as gods, because to question me is to question science. And some were literally having their medical licenses stripped. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Somebody make it make sense. But, what?
The Tickle Me Elmo incident is a perfect example of mass formation psychosis.
Ooh, Talk with Sally, the one I went and streamed with last night, she's having Robert Malone, Dr. Robert Malone, or I think she's talking with Dr. Malone,
Yes.
to do a stream with Dr. Malone, because
Agreed. Trust the science is the most anti-science thing you could possibly say, and that is so true because science needs to constantly be questioned. Like,
yeah,
that's-
like literally.
That is how we ever evolve and ever find the answers, is to constantly question science.
And
For you to sit there and say, no, just trust it. No.
like
It's meant to be questioned.
because my whole thing is like, remember when lobotomies were the trusted science? Do we want to go back?
Leeches?
And leeches? Do we want to go back to that science? Because I'm pretty sure the fact that somebody questioned that was a tremendously good thing. I could be wrong, but I am glad that somebody questioned lobotomies and you know, using leeches to suck blood out and shit.
Well, see, that's not entire, like...
I get the understanding
leeches,
behind it, but like still.
But in the excess that they used it, like, they pretty much killed people back in the day. But, like, it's not, like, I'm pretty sure leeches in some countries are used to suck out poison.
Yeah, no, there are some medical benefits to leeches. Yes, AP. Leeches do still have some, that's the hilarious part, is that leeches do actually work.
Yeah.
That's why I like to use lobotomies, because I'm like, leeches, like, it's questionable, but...
No. And don't get me, like, I understand. Like, I get that leeches actually have, like, a good medical use to them.
But to the extent they were using them back in the day.
Yeah, like, you were kind of, like, draining all the blood out of people. You know? Like,
You were kind of bleeding them dry.
to the point where their body couldn't reproduce fast enough.
Like, maybe we should slow down a little bit. But, oops.
But see, they perfected that science.
Yes, they perfected, because they questioned there's got to be a better way. And they...
Like, what if we don't use this many?
What if we just use fewer?
What if we only use one at a time?
Maybe we only use like 1 to 2, maybe not like 20 at a time. Or whatever that. But yeah.
Yeah, because they used to, like, stick them all over the body and shit.
Yeah. AP says not going to cure cancer, but they do help remove...
Caustic blood.
Ooh, I closed it. Caustic blood from an area, same with cupping. Yeah. See, here's my thing.
I feel like the medical industry is never going to cure cancer because it is so much more profitable to treat a disease than it is to cure
I mean,
one.
You guys have...
Why do you think AIDS hasn't been cured yet?
You guys have heard my thoughts on the use of cannabis with cancer. So I think it might not be 100% every time, but it can cure some cancers. And it can, cannabis is really good for helping with cancer. But, they refuse to say that because you can grow cannabis yourself. And who's going to make money on that?
Not Big Pharma.
Not Big Pharma. Not the government. They're not going to make money off of that. So why, knowing how power hungry and money hungry these organizations and people are, how can we trust them?
The biggest threat to the government is someone who is self-sufficient.
Amen. It's just if you can't be controlled because you don't need them, how are they going to control you? Flux, yes, you are the biggest and the best. You're actually the biggest by quite a lot. You've got quite a bit of size on everybody else at the moment. Like I said, you're at 161. Oh, shit. Fundian, who is a close, well, maybe not so close anymore. Yeah, you are a full 10 blocks.
That's true, AP. That's true.
Yeah, it really depends, I think. I think AP is right. It depends on your finances, how well you're going to be treated. It's
And
a
see,
class
that's how I
thing.
know they haven't found a cure for dementia because Biden.
Yeah, if they had a cure for dementia, our president might not be such a Brussels sprout. But, so you fixed the bee.
I did. It bothered me.
I love my bees.
I love them too.
I feel like I should.
Oh!
Oops. I feel like I should give them names. You know how. Oh my god. You know what this is, right? This is an Enderman. An Enderman stole this block. It is illegal to live off the electrical grid. Some bullshit about tech. See, oh my god. No, you cannot tell me I can't live off grid. Who the fuck are you? Ooh.
Like, if I wanted to have, like, a generator, like a two system, like one with a generator and, on the other pole have it, solar down in, like, you're not gonna sit there and tell me that I have to connect to the electrical grid.
Yeah,
like,
fuck
if I
you!
can create my own electricity and power myself, like, fine. Like, I don't need you. I don't want you. And why should I pay money for that if I can create it on my own?
They're forcing dependency. It's like, no, I don't need you. You have to need me. No, I don't. Yes. See, you're required by Texas law to pipe what you yeah. Oh.
No,
Ooh.
see, it's mine.
Ooh.
Why, like, if I choose to give some of my, like, if my neighbor is, you know, needs some energy or whatever, I might choose to, like, wire to them or pipe to them,
Like,
but I'm not gonna give up my energy to some asshole in some city somewhere that I don't give two shits about.
that just doesn't want to have to work for their own shit.
Yeah, like, no.
Disclaimer, I'm not a Texan resident. I just heard from it. Okay, that's fair. That's something
fair.
I can look into. But still, hell no. Nobody's going to tell me shit when I own my own land again.
Because that does seem kind of weird that of all states, Texas would say something like that.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man.
And I mean,
I feel like
know,
Texas might be
lately-
starting to slip.
I know.
Lately, these states, man, and DeSantis, I'm not liking these people that just want to start forcing, like with the whole thing DeSantis did with, oh yeah, you don't need 12 people to say death. You only need 8 people to, nope, that's too much. Somebody needs to take DeSantis out of power.
I don't like that. I think it should be the exact opposite.
Exactly.
You can have 8 say that I'm guilty, that's fine, but it needs to be all 12 of you motherfuckers to say that I need to die.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the exact opposite of how it should be.
Yeah, that's how a lot of us are like, and like, he was just able to sign that into law. Like, who's putting a check? Like, wait, what happened to voting for shit? Wait, what?
Yeah, he definitely should have posed that in the, like that should have been an election question.
Yeah, that should have been left up to the legislature or something. Not like I'm just no, you don't have that power. Oh my god.
Especially on something so controversial like that. Like, that's
Seriously?
a little...
Seriously?
Oh!
Oh my god!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh! Ah!
Oh no!
He tried to kill me! I almost died. Did you see? I had half a heart left! Holy shit. That was terrifying. I almost died. Executive orders. Every president abuses them. Yeah.
Agreed.
I want to say I understand why some executive powers exist, but I don't agree with executive power because nobody should have the power to change everybody's life in the swipe of a...
We have a 3-branch system for a reason. Like, the laws have gotten out of control so that other branches are more powerful than others. But if you look at how, like, our 3-branch system was supposed to initially be ran,
They were supposed to
was-
keep each other in check.
Yes. But, you know, laws have been put in place so that other branches are now more powerful. But I feel like if we go back to that initial baseline and we put laws in place that, or documents like the Constitution in place that say, okay, at no point can you, like, make a law to make one branch have more power than the other type of deal.
Yeah.
Like, you have to lay that out very, very clearly, kind of like the Second Amendment.
I
because
mean-
they still fight to this day on the
Yeah,
Second Amendment.
people can't
But
even
you have
agree
to
on the
make
Second
it-
Amendment.
You have to Barney style it for these people so that there is in no way, shape, or form they could ever make a law 250 years down the road to say, oh, no, this isn't what they meant. That, you know, we're going to change this law so that, you know, we'll be able to protect you better. Please give up some of your freedoms so that we can protect you better. It might inconvenience you and you might have to pay more out of pocket for things, but this is for your benefit. This is for your good. Trust us. We're the government. We're your friend.
Or trust us, we're the hospital. We know what's best.
We're not trying to kill you.
It's one of those things where it's like everything is so out of control. We can't vote anymore either because we saw how well that went in 2020, and how dare you fucking question anything about, like, are you it's all I don't know. I don't see where we go from here.
Yes. Yeah,
What?
you're right, Elephant. We are a constitutional republic.
Well, we are on paper, we aren't in practice.
No, not in practice. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But see, people in America here don't understand. Like, they're like, oh, we're a democracy. We're a democracy.
We are not a democracy.
No, we are not. We are a constitutional republic.
We are a fucking constitutional republic, and people need to get with the fucking program because we have the right to petition a new
But
like
see, they don't teach that in school. They just say,
Not anymore.
oh, America is a democracy. No, it's not.
no, it's fucking not. When did we become a democracy? I want to know when we became a democracy. Somebody let me know when we became a democracy. Because I thought we were a constitutional republic.
Yes, David Nelson. True democracy is tyranny of the majority. Because that's the thing about democracy, is the majority rules.
Exactly, and that's the world we're living in. And it's like, fuck you. We are not a democracy here.
No.
We are a
Constitutional republic.
Yes.
Where the rights of one outweigh the
mass.
the mass.
Where everybody has individual fucking rights. Where your rights do not overstep somebody else's.
Yep. We all have the same rights. Whether you're the minority or the majority.
There is nothing that is going to put your rights above my rights. There is nothing that is going to put my rights above your rights. And people need to start fucking dealing with it, that they're not always going to get their fucking way. Because guess what? Your rights,
baby.
your rights
right.
do not mean you get to trample all over my rights.
Yes. It does not mean that.
Just because your fear does not trump my right.
Like, for instance here, you have the absolute right to picket and protest and all of that. However, you do not have the right to impede my travel. You can picket on the side of the road so that I can see your sign and everything for the world loud and proud to see and hear. But you do not get to impede my right to travel.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot sit out in the middle of the road and
That is
stop me
illegal.
from traveling. That is illegal. You're impeding my rights at that point. But you are absolutely allowed to stand on that corner and
scream as loud as you want.
Content, baby. You can scream and shout as loud as you want with your signs and all your peoples. And say how fucked up whatever it is that, you know, you're
You're crying about.
whatever you're protesting about. Like, I get it. And you're allowed to do that here in America, but you're also not allowed to stop me from doing what I want to do. Because I'm not going to stop you. Just don't stop me. And that's the thing. A lot of people nowadays are very selfish and they don't think of other people. And it's like a constitutional republic only really works when you give a shit about other people. Because I give a shit enough
to not trample on your rights.
On your rights. Like, I want you to have... It's kind of like the golden rule. Like, I want to be treated the same way that I'm going to treat you.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't think that's so uncalled for or unfair.
No.
I feel like that's a pretty decent request of somebody.
Yes, and you can tell me your passions, but don't strong-arm me into believing them.
Yeah.
That's my problem with born-agains. Because I have no issue with Christians. And I am religious, but I have no problem with Christians. I have problem with born-agains. Because born-agains have found Jesus, and...
You're talking about the extreme born-agains.
Yes, and don't get me wrong, like, I'm so glad that you found him. But at the same time, you don't have to shove it down people's throats. And I get it, because you're so excited that you found him that you just want everybody else to find him. And so you spread the word, and you annoy the shit out of people. You absolutely 100% annoy the shit out of people. When people down Christians, I feel like you people are, like, the born-agains are the ones they're talking about mainly. Because most Christians just, you know, they believe their faith, like, they might discuss it with other people, but they don't try and actively convert people, I feel, as much as born-agains do.
Okay.
Just through my life, what I have seen, through my own personal experiences, I have found that born-agains are the problem.
You know, technically all Christians are born-again Christians.
Yeah, but I know, but you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You're just talking about the extreme ones.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ones that have, you know, late in life.
The evangelistic ones.
Sure, we'll go with that.
But, I don't know. I didn't really know what to make of the spiritual advisor. I wanted to be like, so what is your spirit advice? I wanted to ask, but it was definitely not the right time or place. But I wanted to ask the spiritual advisor what spirit she advises of. Because
I could say God bless you.
Yeah, but saying God bless you is a very general term, especially when a loved one is in the hospital bed not really doing well.
Yeah, but if you're a spiritual person, I would assume that it would have to be some type of Christianity or Catholicism, because, you know.
Well, you would assume that, but why not then just... I mean, she was a she, so I guess you wouldn't call her a pastor or a priest.
Why not?
I mean, I don't know if she was.
I wouldn't call her a father, but I mean...
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, what... She wasn't a pastor or a priest, maybe.
Pastors and priests.
Well, I don't know. Well, okay, yeah. But I'm just asking, like...
Well, I'm not quite sure about priests, because...
I don't think they... like
pastors, yes. They can definitely be pastors.
In some branches of Christianity, yes. Yeah. But she wasn't introduced... Like, she was introduced as a spiritual advisor.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's because they didn't specifically request any type of religious.
She works for the hospital.
Well, oh yeah. But because your mom did say your mom's.
So she might just be a lady that's like well versed in many.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I think, because I don't. Your aunt doesn't have a. Does she have a specific religion?
Catholic. Most of my family is.
Ooh, diamonds. So I'm wondering why they
Being from Baltimore, a lot of.
Yeah, but that makes me think. Then why didn't they bring like an actual priest? Because if they're like, you need to send for the priest, and then they ended up bringing the spiritual, was there no priest available?
Well, because we don't
practice your faith?
Well, I don't know if my aunt does.
Oh, okay.
Like, none of us really know if she's, like, we know she's Catholic, but we don't know if she's
How practice. I gotcha.
how into it she is, and so my mom was just like, yes, just
send somebody.
Yeah, send somebody.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, she was a nice lady.
Yeah, she was.
But again, I did want to ask her, I wanted to ask her what spirit she would advise of.
Oh, the Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh, good God. Oh, good God, with those people.
Well, yeah, I don't particularly care for those people. They don't particularly care for me. So the feeling's mutual. But, by all means, like, I don't hate those people. I know they hate me. But they're allowed to say what the hell they want to say.
See, yeah, Mrs. Flux and I, we're very American. People are allowed to say whatever the fuck they want to say. If they hate me, cool, they're allowed to hate me. I don't give a fuck.
Because in this
fucking country,
they are allowed to stand on one street corner and spew their hatred and bullshit, and I am allowed to stand on the other and call them assholes and all these frickin' names, and I can stand over there and say on the other corner how wrong they are. Whereas in other countries, I don't have that right. In other countries, I'm put to death for who I am, for who I love.
Or jail.
Like
in Uganda.
Or I don't have as many rights where I can't stand on the other street corner and say what I want to say. That I just have to shut my mouth and eat it and take it on the chin.
But this is
America, baby, and I have the right to stand on that street corner. And if I have the right, then so do they. Even though I don't agree with a lick of what they're saying. But they have the right to say it. Because as soon as we start dictating who has the right to
say what, that's when I lose my right to say what I want to stand up for.
Because eventually it will come down to the fact that I will say something that the big they, quote unquote, don't like.
We already say a bunch of shit they don't like.
Exactly. And then they come for me and censor my speech. So it's better to just have it free across the board. Say what the hell you want to say.
And you know what? If I don't like it,
I don't know you anyway, so what the hell does your opinion of me even matter?
And if I don't like it, I can just leave. I can turn off whatever I'm listening to. I can switch the channel. I can I can do literally anything else. I don't have to sit there and take it or listen to them. And that's the beauty of this country. Fuck everybody else. Yeah, for those of you who may be new to Minecraft, if you don't understand what's happening...
We're ranting.
No, I keep accidentally summoning the warden.
Oh.
By digging this way. Oh. But he's far enough away to where there's like walls separating us. And like, I'm far enough away, but I'm right by, see that thing, it keeps sending the signal to summon him. But he's not spawning in my mine shaft at all, which is nice, so I'm not super worried. But I feel like I do hear him. Shit, he's not going away. So that's what's happening. This is the warden, which is like the big boss of the game, or one of the big bosses of the game, is trying to find me and kill me. How close am I to him? Like, am I gonna run into him if I keep digging down this way?
Yeah, you will run into this chamber. But I mean, it's all lava.
Where is he, though? Like, in relation to me? So I just don't want to get screamed at and lose half my health from being shouted at.
Yeah, you can't keep going in that direction then.
Damn it. What if I go in this direction?
You can go in that direction.
Oh, why isn't he going away?
He's walking. He's sniffing for you.
Yeah, but like this one's lasting a long time. He normally just goes away real quick. Hold on, let me back out of this tunnel area and see if he'll dissipate. Invader Tech says losing health from being shouted at. What is this, Skyrim?
Fusroda!
Fusroda! Fusro! Sorry, for those of you who don't know, Fusroda
is like the most famous Skyrim
shout. Yeah, it's the Fusroda is like the force shout, where
just like yeet.
You just yeet people with the sound of your voice, with the shout of your thum. So it's pretty cool. But no, I mean, yeah, the warden kind of does Fusroda you a bit. All right, I gotta get out of here because he's not going away.
No, he's not.
And I'm so glad I put like colored floors down because I keep getting lost in here. All right. So I shook him. So I'm going to start going let's see. You said I think it was down this way. Yeah. So I'm going to start digging this way and shooting the tunnels down this side. Mrs. Flux, I really wish I could go into spectator mode. I'm on the end of the red line at the other end. Or I mean, no, excuse me, the purple line. Yeah. If you go all the way to the other end of the purple line. Yeah, I'm going to start digging that way. Am I still going to, or this way? Am I going to run into, like, the warden going this way?
Quite possibly, there's a shrinker right there.
Oh, Jesus. But will it summon him because it's so lit up? Or does that not matter?
That does not matter. Not with the warden.
Well, I can hope. Alright, which way? Okay, I need to start digging this way then.
Wait, what way? That way.
This way. Going...
I mean, you could dig that way, but then if you... This long hallway.
Yes.
You can go this way.
Hold on. Which way?
Along the long hallway.
Yeah, that's where I'm going right now. That's where I'm starting to... Oh, you're talking about... I can go further this way?
Come back in my screen.
Okay.
Go forward.
This...
Nope. Turn left. No, your other left.
Oh, this way!
Stop. Now go left.
This way?
Yes.
I can tunnel down.
Stop. Turn right. You can go that. Oh, Jesus. In the tunnel.
This way! Oh, you're saying I can go this way down this tunnel!
Yes.
Oh! Okay.
Lord, woman.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna have to put down a different colored floor so that I know this is another branch.
You can go this way, but...
Oh, good lord. Well, you know, I'm trying. Although I kind of want to show these guys what the warden looks like. I do not know if I would... I mean, I have full netherite armor. I should be able to avoid dying, right? Okay. I don't like how you said that. Why did you say it like that? You didn't... You said that very sarcastically. Oh, Lord. Alright. Oh, my God! You said I was safe down this tunnel! I'm down the tunnel you said I was safe down! Ooh. I immediately got scared and pussied out when I was like, oh, let me show them the warden. I immediately get scared. Wherever you said I could dig. I don't remember. You said I'm on a lot. Nope, other way. Other way. Oh, I'm right there. I think I went this way. Nope.
You can't go that way.
Hold on. No, I went... All I did was clear this out. I cleared this out to make this too wide.
Okay.
And I cleared it all the way down to here to make it too wide.
Oh, there's a shrieker right there. That's why.
Where's there a shrieker?
To your right. It is at -125, -204.
Oh, so it's 5 more this way. Or 5 more this way. Interesting. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna start at this end of the tunnel.
You can go, if you're facing the end of the tunnel, turn left. You can go that way.
I really kind of want to show these guys what the, but he keeps making everything difficult by going dark. I didn't even hit a shrieker box this time, I don't think.
No, you just have to make noise by the box.
Oh.
The shrieker's up here at -148, -131.
Oh, 131?
This is where the shrieker box is.
I feel like he's gonna pop up. He can't.
He is at -148, -143.
148. Okay, so he's that. Oh god. I think I'm right on top of one too, because one keeps shouting through the floor. I'm gonna have to find.
Yeah, he's like not that far from you.
Where? Let me kill him. Let me just kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
To tunnel up just a little bit if you're gonna.
But see, I'm also thinking about the fact that it takes 8 iron golems to kill this thing. And that's slightly terrifying. Okay, so he's back over this way.
He is at -151, -135.
Oh yeah, he's like up over here.
He knows you're there.
He knows I'm where.
He is at -150, -136.
152, 136. Jesus! Ah! Yeah, he just boost roda'd me. You guys see that? I lost about half my health from one boost roda through fucking solid rock. Wait, so
Staring at you!
he's staring at me? Come at me, bro! Don't just shout.
Shoot at you!
Oh, Jesus! Oh, my health! Oh, Jesus!
Oh, rear up! I'm like, no, run!
Is he following me?
He's chasing after you.
Oh, Jesus.
He can't get to you.
This way.
Oh yeah, he knows you went that way.
Is he chasing me?
He can't get you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Like, he can't just spawn up through the floor, right? Because that's what he does. He spawns up through the floor.
No, I mean he could spawn.
I hear him. Wow. So, yeah. Hadouken! Gimme O-Mox? O-Mox?
Hadouken!
Hadouken! Yeah, it's a full-on Hadouken Fusroda yo ass. And like I said, I can't even fight this dude because he's not spawning anywhere where I can even have access to him. Not that I want access to him, again, because he can boost Rodami with one hit. Or, I mean, I think I'm gonna have to find a new tunnel because there are too many shulkers everywhere, and I feel like Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a new place to start tunneling because I don't want to keep getting shouted at through the walls. Which way is that? I ran into a wall. Okay, let's go this way. Ooh, thunder in the cave again. I love getting thunder in caves. It's like, I am so deep underground. How the hell do I hear the thunder like this? Nope, it summoned him again. Is he near me? Mrs. Flex, like I said earlier, she has the ability to go into spectator mode because this is actually, this is a world on her this is actually her world. Well, I had the thingy.
What thingy?
The curse thingy.
What curse thingy?
You know how you get a curse from... I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy.
I think you are.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I kind of want to put a beacon down here, but I don't know where this is in relation to anything surface side. So I'm not going to do that. Ooh, gold. Running away like a wimp, no balls. Oh, Mox. It's... Oh. Nice. Oh, Mox. Okay. Okay. It's just Thor sneezing, no worries. Everybody wants me to fight him. Do you think I have the ability to fight him? Look, hold on. Let me get I should probably put on a chest plate instead of the elytra. So that's what I'm gonna go get a chest plate, and then we will fight. God, you guys know I'm gonna die, right? You guys know if I try to fight the warden, I am going to die. Is that what you guys want? I'm gonna have to get some food and a couple of totems of Undying because I'm gonna die at least 3 times. I want to do this without dying at all. You guys like I'm getting a wild pack, I'm doing a pack of dogs. We're gonna start naming the one soon. We got Jeff, obviously, Jeff Jr., the original, so Shanka, Jeff, and Pukwudgie, and Oops. Where's Oops? Hold on, let me find Oops. Okay, so Oops, Shanka, Jeff, and Pukwudgie were the original 4 wolves we had. I decided that I want a giant-ass pack of dogs, and I want all the dogs. So we made Jeff Jr., and then now a bunch of these little babies that don't have names. So, we're gonna start doing names here pretty soon. Alright, so, yes, let's put some of this stuff down. Ooh. Oh, that's full. Black wool, cobble, deep slate.
You can come down by my mine if you want.
What?
There's an open area. You can get back up to safety pretty easily. But there's shriekers and stuff by my...
I've got an area down in my base I think I might be able to fight him at where there's some lava. I'm gonna see if I can tactically push him into. Yeah, like down there. What do you mean he's not affected by lava?
He does not burn lava.
What
He can walk through lava.
That is unfortunate! Alright, so I do want to put down some of these more valuable things, because I don't want to lose them. So we're going to put that down, that. We can put all these... Okay. So let me pull out... I'm gonna get another sword. Another sword. I need my trident because I want to throw it at him. Trident. Okay, that's what I need. Huh? Oh, wow. Ooh, potions of instant health. I need that. Ooh, potions of night vision. I'll need that too. Regeneration. That'll be good. I'm taking a bunch of potions. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna need food. I mean, I'm gonna need more food, probably, huh? Ooh, milk. I'll need milk to get rid of the effects. Alright, let's take some chicken. Alright, I think we're prepared to fight the warden.
Are you no?
No, absolutely fucking not. I'm terrified. Are you gonna come just be my support? Because... What? Why? Because why? Be my support.
Smoke break.
Oh god. You guys know what that means. We're gonna do a smoke break before we attack the warden.
We? No, not we.
Yes, we.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Definitely not. I want to see if I can I need to put flame on a sword. Nope, I guess I can't. I thought I could. Alright, guys. Smoke them if you got them. You know it's that time. We'll be right back. Yes. I know, I unmuted it. I think so. I pressed the button. Did I unmute it, guys? Can you hear me? What did they say?
Yeah, it's unmuted.
Oh, it is unmuted? Okay. Alright, so a mini update, guys. My mom just texted me. Well, she texted me an hour ago. I didn't see it because I had my phone on silent. But, apparently, after we left the hospital, my family's up there and whatnot, the doctor apparently came to my family and said that the ventilator is keeping her alive and, quote, we need to consider pulling the plug. Now, here's the thing. This upsets me even more because why are you so fucking quick to give up on her? Like, she was doing a lot better, okay? Like, I know I haven't given you guys, like, the whole story of everything going on here, but she was doing better, and then earlier this week, she caught a fever, and everything kind of went back down, like, she went to where she was before. Now, she has been on a ventilator this whole time, and I don't, my beliefs on, if a ventilator is keeping you alive, like, I'm not one to, like, because my personal opinion is, like, you have no quality of life at that point. And like, if I was on a ventilator and there was absolutely zero chance of me ever coming off, like, I have told Flux before, like, pull the plug. Like, I don't want to live like that. But I don't think that's the case here. Like, my aunt was doing, like, she was doing better. Like, she was requiring less oxygen. She was breathing more on her own. Now, her lungs are shit, guys. Like, she needs to be on the lung transplant list. So, there's that to take into account. But I feel like the automatic, like, oh, well, you guys just need to consider pulling the plug. Like, Jesus. Why are you so quick to give up? I don't like these doctors. I want her moved out of that fucking hospital, but it's not my place, guys. The best I can do is just voice my opinion. Which I have. Don't get me wrong, okay? I have voiced my opinion.
Opinions have been raised.
I know it's the money, guys. I know it's the money. I know. And I appreciate all the kind words.
And that's the thing, AP.
It's just,
I hate this. Like, this is like, I just feel like you're giving up. Like, you just, you know what, fuck it, be damned. I think this hospital is trying to kill my aunt. I really do. Like, and I know this might be my emotions speaking, but like, how do you roll a patient over? And then, like, you roll her back over, and she immediately starts to tank, and, like, you didn't think to, like, check to make sure her tubes were, like, everything was good. Like, you just immediately went to the family and said, oh, you might want to call a priest. Like, what the fuck is that? My aunt is 60 years old. And she does have, you know, she was a smoker. You know, she has problems breathing. But she's too young. Like, they won't put her on the lung transplant list because she has to do, they say she has to lose weight, and,
there's different criteria that
she has to meet different criteria. Like, she has to get breathing tests done twice a week, and if she misses one of those, then she's off the list. And I understand about the way the list works is very fucked, but I had made mention, I'm like, okay, so I understand she has to meet all of this criteria, but, like, it's not like as soon as you're put on the list, you immediately get an organ. Like, it takes time for that to happen. Like, it takes months sometimes, like, sometimes years for that shit to happen. And so it's like, okay, well, why can't we put her on the list now? And then, like, you know, she go through and do all of these things. So if a lung comes available, she can get one. If she's not ready at the time one comes available, then you just skip over her. Like, I don't know. Like, and my mom basically shut me down and was basically like, but you're making too much sense. But I don't understand why it can't be that way, because, you know, like I said, like, it takes months. Like, it's not like you go on the list and, like, they call you next week and they're like, oh, well, we found a heart for you, we found a lung for you. I mean, I suppose there might be some rare, very random case where that happens, but that's not how that works for, you know, 99.9% of us. Like, you gotta go on a list and it takes a while. So I just don't understand. I don't know. It's just all very, very fucked, guys. And it bothers the shit out of me that the doctors are immediately just like, yep, you might want to just consider pulling the plug because she's not getting any better. And it's like, but she was doing better until she got the fever. Like, can't we see how she does, like, after the fever? Like, if she doesn't improve, then all right, maybe then let's have this conversation. But, like, she's been in the hospital. She can't breathe on her own. Like, she just got this fever, like, Tuesday. Like, here it is Saturday, and you're already like, oh, well, she's not gonna make it, pull the plug. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know. It's all fuck, guys. Don't get sick. Dear God, don't go to the hospital. They're just gonna try and kill you as quickly as possible. And I swear to God, I truly feel what I said to you in the truck, is that if my family wasn't there pretty much like on a 24-hour basis, she probably would be gone by now, because like some mistake like that would have freaking happened. Where they rolled her over onto her freaking oxygen. She couldn't breathe, everything tanked, and they were like, oh, well, she just didn't make it. She couldn't breathe on her own. Her body arrested. Like, what? You know. Ooh, there he is. You're not even hitting him.
Yep.
up.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, damn. That was,
Wow.
wow, immediate.
That was immediate.
Wow.
I did. Wow.
That was horrible.
So. Oh, he's still here. Oh. Okay. And I fell in lava. And I'm panicking. I just want my stuff back. I'm gonna.
No, you're fine.
Alright, he needs to go away so I can get my stuff back.
So yeah, that's what's going on right now. There's obviously all more to it, guys. Like I'm literally just giving you information as I can kind of remember it without putting too much out there, because I don't want to put my family's business out there too much. I just do want to at least bring light to the fact that this is happening, and I have already. Ooh,
Are you serious?
I have already highly recommended to my family that they go after the
hospital for.
well, not just the hospital. Now I've definitely told them they should go after the hospital, but before it was just the pulmonologist, because that's I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. You let your ego get in the way, and
agree.
all of this could have been circumvented.
I agree.
So, that one at the very least. The hospital, we'll see. We'll see about the hospital. But, like people have suggested, we'll just document everything. And I have the text messages and whatnot, so I'll just be...
Well, like I said, just have everything documented. We've been looking at...
I don't know. I feel like you're supposed to try and save people. And I understand, doing all you can, but I just feel like in this instance, they probably have tunnel vision. Because they're just throwing a cocktail of medications at her.
Yeah. See, but I don't...
And I have passed all of this along to my family, and, because my aunt, she has kids, I have cousins from her, and she has a husband, so, I have passed this information off to them.
we've all been talking.
We have talked about this, so, they are aware, it's just...
Oh my god, seriously?
Oh, man, babe.
I'm fucked. Holy shit.
Oh, no.
I can't get any of my shit. Guys, we're so frazzled, I can't even play Minecraft. It's just been a rough day.
Yeah, so that's rough. Let's see.
I'm hoping my dying is cheering you up a little bit. Alright, so I have to be careful, because there's lava here.
Come here, puppy. Yes. Sorry, my cat came to sit with me. Our cat.
Yeah, Ellie, it's been an unfortunate... It's been unfortunate these past 5 minutes. I thought I would have at least a slight chance taking on the warden. At least a slight chance.
He bopped you. One hit, killed you, and then you used your totem of undying, and then the next hit just, killed you again.
He obliterated me. How do you fight this thing?
He bopped you.
How the fuck do you fight this thing? Haha, Warden clapped your cheeks. Yeah, the fuck he did.
Jason J, I'm pretty sure she has probably advanced COPD. I don't 100% know that for certain. But the doctors have said she's breathing through fiberglass. So I'm gonna assume that's advanced COPD.
I didn't grab a chest plate.
Well, that is a problem. You need a chest plate.
Yeah, that's probably why I died so fast.
Probably.
Yeah, because I still have my elytra. I forgot to get the chest plate.
Oh my goodness, Flux.
I went up top to get the chest plate, and that's what I forgot.
Now, see, we specifically sat here and had a conversation how you needed to take off your elytra and put on your chest plate, and you never did it.
Nope.
Does she have someone with a medical power of attorney there that is family?
I think her husband.
Honestly, I would assume her husband. Although I can't 100% say that for certain.
But her husband and her kids are there.
But yes, her husband and her kids are there. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. I just want to go on record as saying that I do not like this level of care that my aunt is getting at this particular hospital.
Or lack of.
Or lack of care.
Yeah, I'm glad she has. Yeah, I'm glad the family's come to babysit the doctors.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I don't mean to speak bad of my family, but a lot of them trust the doctors. Trust the science, if you pick up what I'm laying down.
And it's funny because a lot of
Now-
the started after the trust the science.
Yeah, a lot of the problems started after trusting the science. But,
A lot of the lung problems started.
yeah, a lot of the lung problem. Pretty much all of the lung problems. I mean, to be fair, she was a smoker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to be honest there. Just being honest. Yeah, I never trust doctors. I always question everything. Like, that's just something. Dentists, doctors,
Yeah.
pretty much anything. I don't.
One more time. One more time.
Oh no. Oh
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Nope.
run.
I'm not gonna make it.
Run.
I'm not gonna make it.
You need to hop. Oh.
I got scared. I needed my potion of instant health and I panicked.
Oh, he just walked over your dead body.
I needed my potion of instant health and I panicked.
Oh.
Guys, I'm trying to be a real Minecrafter and it's not working.
I don't know. I also feel like the level of care has gone down drastically too, because
Yes.
like, I've been in ICUs before, right? Like, without giving too much away, like, one of my grandmothers, she's no longer with us, but she was very sick for most of my childhood. And so I spent a lot of time in ICUs visiting my grandmother, because it was touch and go a lot. She passed when I was 9. But the level of care that woman got, like, those doctors took such good care of her. And, you know, they were constantly there for the family. And, you know, it was... I don't think that they ever... I mean, she was never on a ventilator, but they had never pretty much come to the family and been like, you know what, you might want to consider
Pulling the plug.
pulling the plug, essentially, on my grandmother. Like, they were like, we're not going to give up, you know, we're going to keep trying, you know, we're doing this, we're doing that. And I understand each situation is different, you know, each medical situation is different for each person. I don't know, I feel like the level of care that my grandmother got back in the 90s was so much better. Like, it was so much more personable. Like, I felt like the doctors actually gave a shit about us and, you know, our family and the pain we were going through. And, you know, as compared to now, these doctors basically just being so callous to, you know, say, you know, not lying, you know, they're being honest and telling the truth to these people, but there's a tactful way of saying things, you know, like you can, there are better ways to let someone know that, hey, you've only got like a couple months to live, or hey, you might want to consider, you know, doing this, the worst case scenario. Like, there are tactful ways of saying things, and the doctors and nurses nowadays just do not have that. Jesus.
What did he get me?
Got you with, oh, he's getting you with the blast.
Oh yeah, I'm zooming.
Zoom.
I'm zooming back up to the top and waiting for him to go away, because I want my stuff back. And he keeps killing me. Yeah, medical staff.
Yeah, and it seems so lackluster of care to me to just immediately just go to, well, you might want to consider pulling the plug. Like, what? Like,
why?
Have we tried everything? Like, have we waited to see how she's gonna do once the fever breaks? Like, because like I said, she was mainly breathing on her own before this fever hit. And I understand, like, a lot of things have happened, you know, since, but, like, let's not just be so quick to be like, okay, well, she's a goner. Like, can we at least try a little bit first? You know, because it'd be like, for instance, me, like, if I was a car mechanic and, you know, you brought your car to me because it was broke, and, you know, I came back to you, you brought it to me on a Tuesday, and by Saturday I'm calling you telling you, oh, well, you're just gonna have to scrap it, there's no fixing it. Like, what? Like, you would very much probably want to be like, you know what, like, let me just take it to somebody else. Let me see if I can get a second opinion on this. Because that's kind of like a big thing. Oh, it all just...
Ah!
Oh my god. You just lost...
I lost everything.
all your armor and everything.
No, I haven't. I'm far enough in the game where I've made other armors, but the fact that I just lost it all because it despawned just pissed me the fuck right off. That's irritating as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like pulling the plug is the very last option, and I don't feel like we're at the very last option yet. At least I don't feel like it. Like, I feel like we haven't really tried much, except what the doctors seem to think is gonna fix the problem, and because that one thing they're trying isn't working, they're just like, well, pull the plug. It's not gonna make it. It's not getting any better. Like, well, fuck, can we try something else? You know?
Before we just call it fucking quits?
Yeah.
Damn it. Go. Damn, do I have to read?
Yes, Jason J. Agreed. Like, I have had to say that, like, I've been a diesel mechanic. I've been a boat mechanic, technician, whatever you want to call it, and a forklift mechanic. And I have had to tell some customers, like, hey, there's no real fixing.
Your car.
Well, maybe not your car, but like your vehicle or your boat or your forklift. And here's why. But because it's not always cost effective to do that repair. Like sometimes it is cheaper just to go out and buy a whole nother one because the amount you're going to pay in parts and labor is going to be like triple what you would pay for just a new one.
Fuck that.
So sometimes, yes, your technician is trying to look out for you when they say, yeah, I hate the term technician. I like mechanic. So when your mechanic is sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when they say there's no saving it, they're trying to save you money.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's not always the case. Sometimes they're just being lazy bastards. But just know that if you ever came to me with that, like, if I told you it's
They're
unfixable,
lazy bastards. I'm a great
I have
mechanic.
literally tried everything I could do to possibly fix it. But also understanding that, you know, any more parts or labor that I put into it
Is gonna be costly.
yeah, is going to be costly. And it also, it might just behoove you to just go get a new one. But you can't do that in the case of people.
Yeah, you can't do that when it's a person.
Yeah, I can't go out and get a new aunt, you know? So it's kind of one of them things where it's like, can we try?
Can we just try something else?
Like,
please?
I understand it's going to be super fucking expensive and it might not be cost effective, but like, can we fucking try? Just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you were so quick to bring in the spiritual priest because it can't hurt, right? So why can't it hurt to try something else?
That's fair.
I mean, because you're already telling us to pull the plug anyway, so
Just bring in the priest.
try something else.
Yeah. I agree with you. I lost all my XP multiple times. I might have to get it back.
Huh? Huh, huh, huh. Huh? Huh.
Alright, I need to find the cleric.
Alright, you can have the mic back. I'm done ranting. I'm kind of circling at this point. There you go.
You can keep ranting if you need.
Yes, I agree, Elephant.
What?
My inner... Ooh.
Oh.
Sorry, my cat got in the way. My inner conspiracy analyst thinks this stuff coincides with depopulation, and I would just so happen to agree.
I'd have to agree with you on that. Because, stuff is just too crazy right now. Things don't make sense when things should make sense. And it's one of those things where it's like, this should probably be making sense. Do you know where the shepherd lives? Okay. Yeah, so it's been
Whoa.
there's two of them in the bed. That's why. You guys sleeping together?
Whoa.
That was a little inappropriate, my guy. Oh, they're back sleeping together. Okay, they want to sleep together.
All right.
Let them do their own thing. Why is there a new librarian, and what happened to the stonesmith? Okay, well there's... Okay, Shepherd and Stonesmith are here. I need to be able to enchant all my armor again. And so I need XP.
Jason J, what is party animals?
What?
Jason J says, I want to see the Fluxes play party animals. I don't know what that is.
It's probably a game of some sort.
Is it like Mario Party?
Ooh, I like Mario
no,
Party.
No lie, as soon as the PCs are up and running, I'm gonna find Mario Party and we are gonna play some Mario Party.
You know, if we got a Nintendo Switch, we could probably play it on the Switch.
I don't want to play on the Switch.
Okay.
I don't really... After the Game Boy, I was...
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, because you hit him that time.
Well, I keep trying to...
mad at
No,
you.
I'm trying to hit the cart to get him out of the
You're
cart.
just gonna have to kill him.
Well, this is unfortunate. I didn't want him to hurt me. Oh, we got another one. Well, guys, I think this is where we're gonna wrap it up for Minecraft morning.
Alright, I will look at
We'll look up party animals, Jason J. Thanks for that recommendation. I think we're gonna call it for the day. I might continue to stream Minecraft with actually I probably will in a little while. I'll probably do my survival Minecraft stream where we're still trying to find pumpkins, but I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out today and kind of just listening to our ranting and
Thanks for listening, guys. And thanks for the advice. I really, honestly,
and we appreciate
it.
all the support from Mrs. Flux. I appreciate all the support.
Yes, I appreciate the support.
Love
you guys.
We will see you guys later. Again, thanks for stopping by. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Just want to make sure. Oh, AP sent a member. I forgot to, or I didn't read this. AP sent a member chat. Thank you so much, AP, for the 6-month membership of the Mochadix. Float like a butterfly, Flux. I give it 30 seconds. Well, I proved you wrong. I didn't even last 10. Thank you so much for that, AP. And guys, again, just thank you so much. Appreciate it. And guys, be excellent to each other. And have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye!
That was delayed as hell.